welcome back to my channel. So today I want to introduce something that I plan on doing once a month throughout this whole year. So what had happened was I was just innocently scrolling my Sephora app the other day. I was just looking at new releases, makeups, and somehow I ended up getting on my favorites tab, and then somehow, I don't really know how or why, I ended up looking back through my past purchases on the Sephora and Ulta app. They have like a tab, your orders, your purchases. You can track what you've ordered throughout the past years, and I thought to myself, that could be a good video idea. So that's what we're going to be doing today. What I did was I went back and looked at my Sephora app and my Ulta app at all of the purchases that I've made the past year. And my plan is to talk about all the things that I purchased in like past Januaries, this month in January, next month, my past Februaries in February, March in March, so on and so forth. So all the things that I bought the past couple years in January, I want to tell you what I bought, tell you if I still have them in my collection, my thoughts on them, if I would repurchase them, if I thought it was a waste of money, anything like that. Before I get started, don't forget to upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday for you guys. If you like this video while you're watching it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help me out. And other than that, if you want to hear what purchases I have made in past Januaries and my thoughts on those products, then let's go ahead and get started. So for some of these, I couldn't go too far back. I think the farthest back I could end up going this month is 2018. So I figured I would break it down by what I bought from Sephora the past couple years, Ulta, and then just other purchases. So with past years prior to 2020, I'm really gonna only have the items that I bought from Sephora and Ulta because they get tracked on your app. Like I said, there's like a little section that you can go back and look at what you have purchased in the past. But with 2020, I actually have a notes on my notes app in my phone of all the purchases I made throughout the year because I really wanted to be diligent last year, really track what I was buying and all of that. So for 2020, I have other purchases besides Sephora and Ulta, but for years prior, I don't, sadly. So I figured I would start with Sephora and then go to Ulta and then other purchases. So back in January of 2018, that was the farthest back I could go for my Sephora purchases. I'm not really sure why it doesn't go back further because I've definitely been shopping at Sephora farther back than 2018. So the first product I want to talk about is the Farsali Unicorn Essence Mini. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up pictures here of items that I don't have anymore so you can see what I am talking about. So this, I used up this whole mini. This was back in 2018 when like the Farsali Unicorn essences, just all of her essences were huge. They were all over Instagram, people just dripping them on the face, making it look like they were crying and all of that. I really don't fully remember my thoughts on this because I did use it so long ago. I think I liked it. I purchased the mini because they were pretty pricey and I just kind of wanted to like give it a go. And I think I remember liking this, but I didn't end up purchasing a full size after I used up the mini, and I don't think I would purchase it now. They're definitely not as popular as they used to be. I don't know if that's because they just kind of lost their pizzazz on Instagram or people started using them and realized they're kind of overpriced and not really worth it. I don't really know, but I'm not going to repurchase this or anything like that. I think I did like it when I used it, but it was just like so-so. Then I purchased the Sephora Micellar Cleansing Water and Milk, and I got like the green tea scent. I remember this was only $4. I bought this because I really wanted to try out a micellar water. I've heard a lot of people use them to like take off their makeup and stuff. I remember not using it for a really long time because I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know like how to use it, if that makes sense. But I remember I used it up because how I ended up using it was before Pure Barre. I used to do Pure Barre all of the time. How I would use this is my morning workouts. I would get up and just kind of like use this to almost wash my face in a way without actually washing it and like stripping everything of it. I would just put this on a cotton pad and just like rub it all over my face and then go on with like SPF and eye cream and then go work out and then come home and actually take a real shower and completely wash my face. I think I liked using it. I think I liked it for that reason because it wasn't like stripping or drying and didn't like completely strip everything off my face and make my face dry, but it felt like it was cleaning it enough to go work out, if that makes sense. I don't even know if they sell this anymore because it was on sale back then and that was 3 years ago, so I'm assuming they just don't even sell this anymore. And the last thing I bought in January of 2018 was the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Full Coverage Foundation. So I ended up using this whole foundation up. I don't think I would repurchase it now. My makeup preferences 3 years ago were a lot different than what they are now, and my skin was a lot different than what it is now. I was way more oily back then. As you guys know, as I mentioned in like every single video, I'm a dry girl now. My face is so dry now, so I don't think I could use this foundation now, if that makes sense. It was extremely full coverage. Like it blanked out absolutely everything. It made my face flawless, which is nice and which is exactly what the type of foundation I wanted back then. but it was more on the matte side, and now I think it would just be way too drying on my skin. I do know she's coming out with a more like luminous version, and it's scent free, thank goodness gracious, because if you've ever smelled Huda's products, they have a very strong perfumey scent, which personally didn't really bother me. It was very strong, but I remember it not lingering too long, and my skin isn't really sensitive to scents. I know sometimes scents can break people out. My skin isn't sensitive to scents, so I was fine with it. But I am very happy that she's listening and realizing people don't like that perfumey scent, and she's taking it out of her product. So I wouldn't purchase this one again, but her new like luminous version, I would definitely be intrigued to try that out. Alrighty, moving on to January of 2019. The first thing I purchased was the Drunk Elephant A Passione Retinol Cream. You guys, this is $74. $74. I used to be on the Drunk Elephant bandwagon. I'm not gonna lie, I did. And honestly, I really did see results when I was using their skincare. However, since then, if you don't know, they don't have very good customer service at all. If anyone questions them or their products or says anything beyond a glowing review, says like, oh, this product didn't work out for me, it did this for me, it broke me out, it gave me a sensitivity, anything like that, they basically either ignore the person, delete their comments, or say, user error, you didn't do it right, sorry. They're just not very nice to their customers, which makes absolutely no sense to me because their products are very pricey. You think you would be nice to your customers that are buying your insanely priced skincare items? That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So I actually do not support Drunk Elephant anymore. I don't buy their stuff. I haven't for over a year. I deleted all the pictures on my Instagram account with their products, and it's a shame because I honestly did see results with a lot of their skincare and I did like a lot of them, but I just can't support a brand like that. I actually didn't see much results with this. I know retinol is supposed to be really good for your skin. It's supposed to be good at like getting rid of acne scars and all of that, which is exactly what I need. Those are the issues with my skin, is a lot of redness and darkness and scarring, and retinol is supposed to take care of that, and I don't think this really did much. I don't think I was as consistent using it as I probably should have been, but for $74, it should have like changed my skin, and it didn't. The other thing I bought in January of 2019 was their Drunk Elephant Protini Polypeptide Moisturizer. This is $68. I really did love that moisturizer. I really do miss it. I'm not gonna lie. I think I went through like 4 or 5 tubs of it, which is absolutely insane when you think of the price of $68. But that is something from Drunk Elephant that I do miss. It's a really nice just gel moisturizer. It's a great texture. It's a great consistency. It blends into my skin. I used it in the morning and it was lovely under makeup and all my other skincare and all of that. So I'm not gonna lie, I miss that moisturizer, but again, I can't support Drunk Elephant. I just can't do it. Then I got the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner Travel Set. This was only $8, and I've just heard so many people talk so highly of Cinema Secrets and how they clean their brushes really easily, and it's just a really nice brush cleaning solution. So I bought that set, and I'm so glad I did because since then I have gone on to purchase more. It came with like this little tin that you can dip your brush in and then wipe it off on a towel just to clean it. I really enjoy this cleaning solution. I use it quite often. I am terrible at cleaning my brushes, like so bad. I never do it. I do it like a couple times a year, which is disgusting. I know, please don't judge me too hardcore, but I don't ever do it. I don't know what's wrong with me. So this is a really great product for myself because I can do like in between cleanings. I just dip this in my brush, rub it on a towel. Like I said, it gets most of the pigmentation off. It sanitizes it. That's the thing I really enjoy. It's like 99.99% sanitation cleaning. I don't really know, but I do love this. I'm glad I bought this little set, and like I said, since then I've bought more and I will continue to use that brush cleaner. The next thing I bought was the Sephora Rose Quartz Facial Roller. Why did I buy this? I don't know. Again, I feel like 2019 was when that was like really popular, facial rolling, people using rollers on their skin. It was all over Instagram showing how to like roll your skin and like get the lymph nodes. I don't really know, but I regret buying this. I never use it. I was gonna pull it out to show it to you, but I don't even know where it's at right now. Like I still own it, I know that. And I've used it a couple times, and maybe I should just be more consistent with it. Like I've heard that facial rolling is a really good thing for your skin and it can be beneficial if you are consistent with it, but I'm not consistent with it. So definitely regret buying this. Don't ever use it. Not sure why I did. I got sucked into the Instagram hype of it, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, don't know why I bought that. Okay, the last thing I bought in 2019 was the Isle of Paradise Light Tanning Drops. I've talked about these on my YouTube in the past. I love these tanning drops. I've used the light version and right now I have the medium version. They are so easy to use. You just drop them into your lotion after your showers, rub it together, and then put it on your skin like you do normal lotion, and it just sinks right in. It makes you tan, but not orange, not streaky, anything like that. The only parts that I really struggle with is my wrist, getting like this section fine because like there's a lot of folds there, and then like my hands, because you're supposed to wash your hands after you use it obviously, but then I would have like a line of like tan and then white, so I would just have to be really careful with that. But I love these tanning drops. I have gone on to purchase the medium. I'm almost done with the medium, and then when that is gone, I think I'm gonna go back to the light. I really highly recommend these. They are super easy to use. They are very natural on the skin. I love these tanning drops. And then in January of 2020, I bought the Verb Ghost Oil. I have talked about this oil a million times on my channel. I love that hair oil so much. I think I'm on my third like tub pump of it. I just love the oil. It is lightweight, it's hydrating, it makes my hair very soft and nourished and manageable and very shiny, but not oily or greasy or anything like that. I will forever continue to use that hair oil. I love it. And then in 2021, so far I have made a Sephora purchase. I was really trying to not buy anything this month, but it's okay because they're things that I really needed. So the first thing I bought was the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Wild Oat Hydrating Toner. I used up my Good Molecules toner. I talked about it in my most recent empties. I can link it in the eye for you, and I just needed another toner. I was out of toner. I've heard really good things about this. It's hydrating. My skin's dry. I just really want to give this a go. I haven't tried it yet because I am finishing up a Pixie Beauty toner that they had sent me in PR, and I have like this much left. So I will be able to use that up in the next couple of days, and then I will start this, and I'm really excited to try this. I've heard really good things about it. And then the other thing I bought was the Beauty Blender Solid Charcoal and Silicone Scrub Matte. Their sponge cleaner. I talked about that in my most recent faves and no ways. Again, I can link that in the eye for you, that I have been using a little mini of this that I got with Sephora points, and I absolutely love it. So I bought the full size because the mini is almost gone. It cleans my sponge really nicely. It comes with this little mat, and then inside of it is the bar of soap. And I'm just really excited to have a full size of this because again, I've really been enjoying it, the mini size that I have, and it cleans my sponge so well. So I'm pumped that I have a full size of this. Alrighty, moving on to Ulta. I couldn't go farther back than 2019. I'm not sure why. Again, I've been part of Ulta's rewards program, I think since like 2016 or 2017. Maybe I just wasn't purchasing from Ulta a lot back then. I'm not really sure why, but I couldn't go any farther back than 2019. And I actually didn't have any purchases in January of 2019 from Ulta. But in January 2020, I purchased the VitaBath Lavender Bubble Bath. I will pop a picture right here for you to see. It is massive. I have a thing about when I buy things online, I don't pay attention to the size of them, how many ounces are in them or anything like that. And honestly, even if I do see the ounces, it doesn't correlate in my brain how large it is or even how small it is. There's been so many times, and this is really bad, especially when Mike and I are doing our grocery shopping, where I will buy something and I will not realize that it is massive or that it is tiny, and we get it in like click lists, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize. When I see sizes, they just don't make sense to me. And now that they don't make sense, but they just like, I just don't think about how big or small they're going to be. Anyways, the point of that is that this bubble bath is absolutely massive. It's like this big in real life. I should have pulled it out for you. It's like right back there in our hall closet, but I've used it one time. I bought it because it was like $9. It was super cheap, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get into taking baths, and it's gonna be relaxing and awesome and wonderful. And I literally used it one time, and actually the one time I used it in a bath, it dried my skin out. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that big tub of bubble bath. It's just kind of sitting there right now. The next thing I bought was the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. They had it on sale 2 for $22. Usually when they have the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist on sale 2 for $22, I always pick it up because I just go through that setting mist a lot. I will say I didn't go through them in 2020 like I thought I was going to. I think I picked up other setting mists that I really wasn't maybe planning on picking up, but it's fine. I just have them as backup. I'm actually almost done with the tube of it that I have right now, and then I think I do have one backup. So it's fine to have them as backup because I love that setting mist. I use it all of the time, so I'm okay with it. And I just think 2 for $22 is a really great deal. So like I said, I usually try to pick it up when they're on sale. And then the last thing I bought in January 2020 is my Cover FX monochromatic blush, and this is in the shade Pink Dahlia. This was the first one that I picked up because Mike had gotten me a gift card for Christmas 2 years ago, and I picked this up with that gift card, and I love it. I love this blush. It's a blush that I have on my cheeks today. I think it is such a beautiful shade. I love these monochromatic duos. We'll see it later in the year when I talk about my other purchases that I went ahead and purchased 3 more of them because I just love them so much. But this is the original. This is the one that got me loving them, that got me started on them, and I just think that they are such great blushes. They are pigmented and beautiful on the cheeks. They last all day long. I just tap my brush into both sides and then buff it on my face, and I just love this little blush duo so much. And then so far in 2021, I actually have not purchased anything from Ulta. I'm not gonna lie though, I have some things in my cart that I am this close to purchasing. I need a new hairspray, so I think I have like a Kendra hairspray in there. Need a new heat protector. So I have a heat protector in there, but I don't remember what brand it is. And then I also have the Nabla bronzer in there. I don't remember what shade it is, but I am just loving the Nabla highlight so much that I'm like this close to purchasing the bronzer. So I haven't pulled the trigger and actually bought it. When I do purchase it, because I really do think I'm going to buy whatever's in my cart right now, those 3 items, because I have a lot of rewards points saved up. So I think I like went through the motions the other day, and I would have to owe like $2 and some cents because of all the rewards points I have from last year that I saved. So I think I'm going to end up purchasing those. I don't know if it'll be in January or early February, but you'll probably see those purchases coming up soon. And then, like I said earlier in the video, because I was tracking on my notes app on my phone all the purchases I made in 2020, I have purchases that were not from Sephora and Ulta. I only have 2 because I really was trying in the early months of the year last year to just not buy a lot of makeup. That kind of went downhill when the pandemic started, and I just was buying a ton of things. So coming up later in the year, as I do these videos later months, you will see a lot more purchases besides Sephora and Ulta. But the first one I want to talk about is the Pat McGrath Platinum Bronze Eyeshadow Palette. I got this half off on sale on Pat McGrath's website this time last year, and I have talked about this in the past, how it is absolutely not my favorite palette ever. I'm not gonna lie, I really regret purchasing it. I've used it like 2 times. So I need to pull it out and use it again. I almost did today, but I have another eyeshadow palette that I bought also, and I love that one way more, so I didn't. But I do need to give this one a go again. I know I say that every time I talk about it. Oh no, I just dug this in there. Oh, that stings. Now it's got like a big chunk taken out of it. Okay, well that's cool. Anyways, I know I say that every time I talk about this, that I need to try it again, and I have not. So maybe one day I will actually do that. And then my last purchase in January of 2020 was probably one of my best purchases I've ever made in my entire life, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Jackie Aina palette. Oh my goodness gracious, I love this palette so much. You have heard me rave about this palette a million times. I'm not going to harp on it at all, but I ended up getting it half off for $22.50 from, I believe, Nordstrom is where I ordered it from. If you don't know my love for this palette, I did a palette ranking video of all the palettes I ended up trying in 2020. I can link it in the eye for you and down below. This was up there. This was very high on my list. Spoiler alert, it was very high on my list. So I just love this palette so much. It's a palette that I have on my eyes. Today I went ahead and used ginger into my crease, and then I used credit on my outer corner and up into the crease a little bit, and then this beautiful stunning gold shade that you see all over my lid is this Zam shade, and then I have trust issues on my inner corner. You guys know my love for this palette. I kind of picked it up on a whim. I thought the colors were very beautiful, and like I said, it was 50% off, so I was like, okay, like sure, I'll buy it, I'll try it out, why not? I usually like ABH's eyeshadow formula, and I really like these colors. Jackie Aina's hilarious, so I might as well support her. And yeah, it ended up being like, this is like one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes I have ever owned in my life. I love it so much. So I am so glad that I ended up picking it up in January of 2020. And then I haven't bought anything else in 2021 yet from like other websites. I plan on doing the same thing this year, tracking all of my purchases in my notes app again, kind of like I did in 2020, but so far I haven't bought anything else. I mean, I've bought some stuff. I bought like clothes and stuff like that, but no other makeup or skincare that I have to tell you guys about quite yet. And that was it, you guys. That was all the purchases that I have made in past Januaries, the products that I bought, my thoughts on them, if I would repurchase them, if I still have them in my collection or not. I hope this was fun for you to watch. I am so excited to do this throughout this year. I already have February written down of my purchases from Sephora, Ulta, and other purchases for next month, so I am so excited. I hope this is a series that you end up enjoying and really love seeing everything that I bought in past months and talking about them. I think it's so fun to do. I love doing the research and looking up like, oh, what did I buy? Do I like it still? All of that. I thought it was so much fun. So again, I hope it was fun for you to watch as well. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome. I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.